Are we on? Awesome. Hello. So I'm going to do this thing that I learned off Tony Robbins. It was on an interview and I saw him do it, and it sort of really changed the way that I was thinking about what I'm doing and the way I approach things. One of the things that One of the things that it does say is, if you wanna take the island, then you got to burn the boats. He says what he means by that is if you want to succeed, then you got to stop running away. You got to stop procrastinating. You got to stop being busy for no reason, and you just got to focus, and you've got to go and do it, and you got to smash it. And at the moment, that's really resonating with me. It's making a lot of sense. You put hard work into something for somebody, and it's about reading people. When you first meet somebody and they've got a high status in an industry, or they've got a high status in a community, or a society or whatever, then you got to be real. Do you know what I mean? And think to yourself and go with your gut instinct. And if that person's a greedy person and you feel that they're just using you, you need to get out of there, man. And I think the problem that we've got is that a lot of people, they have this belief in themselves, they have this drive that they want to succeed, but then they kind of go like this, and I've done it as well. They go, I want to succeed, but I think you've got the answer. I think that guy up there who's already succeeded, who's already made it to the top of his industry or the top of his community or the top of whatever, they think, he's got the answers. So if I go to him, what he will do is he will lead me, he will nurture me up to the top. And I tell you what, unless you go and find a leader or a leader finds you, you can't turn somebody into a leader. You can't ask them to be a leader. They either are or they're not. And if they're not a leader and they're using you for greed, they're using you as a means to their own end, you need to get out of there, man. You really do. Anyway, so part of that is understanding the process of how to get out of there, how to well, not so much get out of there, but how to help your own mind and keep the system going, keep your own system going, so that you can get your own success, so that you can progress to where you want to be. So this is what I saw. This is what Tony Robbins kind of said and showed us. So I hope you can see this all right. I'm at work, but I'm doing this anyway. So this is what he did. So he wrote this. So to start with, you have to believe in whatever it is you want to do. So you have to believe that that's right for you. You have to believe that you have to have a belief in something for you to go and do it. Do you know what I mean? Unless somebody's forcing you to do it. But I believed, for example, that I wanted to be a climbing instructor. I wanted to be the best that I could be at my job. I believed that I could do that. I believed I could be a good climber. I believed I could be a good athlete, a good runner. I believed I could develop a course for the NHS and win an award. I believed all that. I believed it. So if you believe in something, the next thing you do is, so the next part of the cycle is you act on it. I've just done this with the kids today on the kids club and they loved it. So I'm going to make this smaller so I can get it in the shot. See if I can do it without killing everything on here. There we go. So the first thing is believe. Then if you believe in something, and you really want it, and you go and act on it, you'll go and do it. So you'll actually go out there and start doing it and acting on your belief. That's what I did. I went out and I got qualified to be a climbing instructor. I went out there. I believed once I got my climbing instruction qualification, I believed that I could do something that nobody else had done. So I went and wrote a proposal for a course of therapy for mental health. I believed that I could do it, so I started acting on it. And then once you start acting on these things, once you start making these things like a reality, and you start writing the proposal or you start doing the courses, what happens then is you have one of these. I'm rubbish at spelling, so I'm sorry if I spell things wrong. You have an experience. So you believe, you act on your belief, and then you have an experience. And the experience, is the moment. It's the thing. It's within the moment. It's the thing that you're doing. So I've written this proposal. I've acted on it, and then I'm handing it in to the NHS, and they're accepting it, or they're declining it, or and it's that moment. It's the experience. It's the feeling and the thoughts that you get. It's the experience. It's the thing that creates the memory of what's going on. So you have an experience. There it is. You have an experience. And then after the experience comes the result. You have a result. Now, the thing about this is that result can be a negative result or a positive result. It doesn't really matter. So it could be like a failure or a success. It doesn't really matter which one. It's still a result. That is the result. And that result then feeds back into your belief. So you believe in something that much that you act on it. When you act on it, it provides you with an experience, and that experience will give you a result, whether it be a fail or a success. Whether you fail or you succeed, it doesn't matter. You still get a result, and then it helps you to believe something. So, for example, I get a job in the industry, in the climbing wall industry. I believe that I can do it. I act on it. My experience is I actually started freelance. My experience was that actually the result was quite positive. So I believed that I could do it again. I acted on it. My experience was a good experience, but the result of that was like the work disappeared. I didn't have any more work. So my belief then was a negative. The result was negative, and my belief was tainted. And this is what happened at this moment. I thought, do I now carry on acting and having an experience that results in a failure or a negative experience? Or do I change something in this cycle that can benefit me? So I decided that I needed to change something in the cycle. And this is a continuous process. I'm doing that right now. I'm changing the cycle right now. And the thing that I changed was this part here, was the belief. So obviously I believed that I can do a good job. Obviously I believed in the industry. I believed in what I could do. I did the thing for the NHS. We won an award. I believed in that so much that it was a complete success. But eventually it comes around to this thing where you've done it a couple of times and you keep failing. So you failed. So what you do is you change this one, and we've got the belief, it's already there. So now we change this to a plan. So we've had the belief, we've acted on it, we've had an experience in the moment, we've had the feelings, the thoughts, we've had a result. Eventually the result failed. It didn't. It was a how do you spell success? I think that's right. It was a success for a while, but then eventually it failed. And while it's a success, it's fine because your belief grows, and then you act again, and then you have a good experience, and the results are success, and then you believe even more, and your belief gets stronger. But then eventually when it fails, and everything, like, we all have bad times, we all have hard times, the winter always comes. What do you do then? Do you then just like allow your belief to diminish and die? No, you make a plan. So you make a plan, and the plan is to act in a different way to what happened down here. So the result allows you to make a better plan. You act on that plan, you have an experience. And now when we come back to here, we can get rid of fail, because if we fail or we succeed, we just get a result. And that's the point, guys, that a result can help you, whether it's a fail or a success, can help you to make a better plan, to refine your actions, so you have a good experience. And a good experience, it doesn't matter what the result is, because you can make another plan. And now, we can put that in the middle. So that, guys, is the cycle of belief, if you like. I'm not sure if that's what Tony Robbins called it, but that's what I got from it. I taught the kids that today on Kids Club. It won't be appreciated because people don't believe in it. But I do, because I practice this every day. Anyway, I hope you take something away from this. And whatever you're doing in life, apply something like this to it. And if you want to know more about this, hit me up with a message. Like, I want to create dialogue. I want to create like a conversation about this, because it's good to talk, man. So anyway, peace out, guys. I hope you took something away from that. I hope you're having a great weekend, and yeah, see you later.